Fog Entertainment back again. Soprano Sundays. It is University episode 6 of season 3. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
He's ready, and we're kicking off at bada bing, bada boo. Realest guys in the room, right? And it's almost like we kick off, and it's like we forgot, and we've not seen these scenes that have existed between Tony and this stripper called Tracy, because she's like, oh, thank you for helping me out with my sick son, and Tony's like, oh, no danger, and then she's like, oh, here's some bread, and he's like, no, I can't accept that because you're a whore.
We should point out it's season 3 episode 6.
I did say. I said that. What are you on about? Where have you been? Alrighty, right, but my problem is with this, right? What is this? How is this kicking off a scene? A stripper trying to give Tony a bit of cake?
Just happened out of nowhere.
No, but like, The Sopranos does this. Like, you kick off an episode and it's like, alright, here's this established character. Oh wait, they're not established. Like, I'm just not buying this, right? For me, this is just filler. This season is I think this is easily the worst that I can remember. Well, what's happening in this season? Nothing's happening. We're just going round in circles. Last episode, we dedicated to Burt Young, which I like Burt Young, right? Real no issues with that. And then this episode is dedicated to Ralphie and Tony and fucking Tracy, right? The only good thing that came out this episode was when they're having a drink in the high room in the Bada Bing, and you've got Bobby and Fito, and Polly goes, it's like an ad for Weight Watchers before and way before. That's it. That's where this episode peaked on, isn't it?
Two big fat bastards. But nah, for me, The Sopranos, it's got this
aura of shite.
Well, that's true. But it's got this, like, it's got tendencies to just shoehorn an unknown character that we don't know into an episode and make them the focal point of it for like a one episode only. And it like last episode with Burt Reynolds, and then or Burt Young, whatever he's fucking called. Then you got this. You got this episode with the stripper. Before last episode, we didn't know this Burt Young guy existed, and before this episode, we didn't know this stripper existed. Why can't they just like do a better job of introducing characters? Why do they bring characters in that we've never seen before and make them a main character for that one episode only and expect us to care? Doesn't fucking make any sense. Why not introduce them gradually and build them up?
But I don't get the excuse, though, right? Because with Burt Young, he's Bobby's dad. There's no reason why he couldn't have been included in a scene before. With her, we're always at Bada Bing. Why couldn't we be introduced to her?
No, but with this stripper, like the fact that she's gonna feature so heavily this episode, why don't we see a couple of scenes of her at the beginning of season 3?
Yeah, at least that. But no, we don't get that, guys. And pretty much this episode is centered around her, and then also Noah and Meadow, which it was just a fucking shit episode.
No, because it basically just starts with her going, oh, thank you, Tony, for helping my son. Here's some cake. What about you introduce us to her beforehand? What about you show how Tony helped her son? Give us something. No, the first time we see her, she's got a cake to give to Tony. For all we know, she could have been from some random other mob trying to poison Tony. We don't know shit. We've literally just seen this person for the first time.
Yeah, and I think there's numerous problems with this episode. Like I just talked about, you've got that way before joke. Like after this, you've got Ralph.
But no other TV show does that, where they just introduce a brand new character for one episode, make them a main focal point, and then have them get killed or leave after.
No, but that's The Sopranos for you. Oh, it was the first day it's kind. We'll let it off with it. No, I'm not letting it off with it, right?
But no other show does that.
No, it doesn't. It's just a mess, right? Because you've got Ralph coming in here. He starts like just breaking balls, so to speak, right? He starts swinging this fucking chain about while quoting Gladiator. He's putting like ashtrays on the floor. He starts swinging it. He like blinds that Georgie guy in one eye. Tony busts out the room. We think Tony's actually going to fucking throttle Ralph. And then what does he do? I'll take him to the ER and get him patched up.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck? Why didn't Tony just stay in the room? I'm sure someone else could have told him to take him to the fucking ER and get him patched up. Tony bursts out the room like a baiting bear, thinking that he's going to just go through this guy, fucking eat Ralphie. but instead he just looks at the situation like, here, take him to the ER, Ralphie, come on.
Yeah. This was...
I thought Tony was going to beat the shit out of Ralphie here.
Same. No, I did. And for me, it's just... I mean, he beats the shit out of him later on, right? But
barely? Considering what he done?
Yeah.
He like, punched him once.
No, yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 times, so I get your point. But yeah, no, we'll get to that later on.
He should have left in a body bag.
I have a lot of problems with that, but we'll get to that later on. Let's go to Caitlin, the mentally deranged friend at the university. What do you make of this character? This character's doing nothing for me. And it's not doing anything for Big Noah, because Caitlin was in the room with him, he got a C-, which he's fuming about. And he wants that degree.
Noah's a punk, he's taking the easy way out.
There's no easy way out.
Lefty mentality is to blame others.
Yeah. Like, see at the end, he got told to fuck off.
Own your fucking shit, right?
This is the guy, right, 3 episodes ago, threatened Tony, said, he's lucky I didn't fucking knock his lights out, and now he's too afraid to tell this wee girl to leave his dorm room.
Oh, I'd love to see Tony beat the shit out of Noah. Does it happen?
No.
Right, well.
It might have been nothing it would have saved this show, like, but... I mean, it just looks like, to just sum up Meadow and Noah, it seems like he was just using her for sex, and that's it. And Caitlin has fucked up his grades.
Yeah, and as soon as they got it, he's like, right, I'm moving on.
Yep. I mean, she did meet his dad, but his dad just seems like a fucking, his dad looks so white, it just doesn't look like he could come for him. Doesn't he? It's a weird one, right? But I think we're going to get...
Alright, sorry.
Tony Soprano, right? We're going to get to the scenes that matter next, right? There was no Junior again. I like Junior, right? Why is he like missing these episodes, right? But then we have Ralphie, and we've got Tracy sitting. She's 3 days. She's not been in. She's been quote unquote sick. Silvio then comes to the door, right? And like he just drags her out by the scruff. Ralph's just fucking laughing at the window. She's like, "You can't speak to me like that." And then fucking Silvio just bitch slaps her across the fucking face.
You owe me money, bitch. I can speak to you however I want. That was, I guess, a bit uncalled for, like, but I guess that's the name of the game.
Yep,
guess that's the life that we're all living.
$3,000 for braces.
We then later see Tracy go to Tony and tell Tony that she's pregnant with Ralphie's son. Tony says, "You want my advice? Abort it. You'd be doing the kid a favour having a dad like Ralphie." So Tony here just wants no piece of... Well, first of all, he says he's not going to give any advice, but then he's like, fuck it.
I may as well give
abort that kid.
Abort that kid, man, you son of a bitch. And then we have an early morning party at the Bing. Ralphie comes in. Tracy insults Ralphie in front of the other ones, the other mobsters. She then leaves out the back door, goes to the parking lot, about to light up a wee cigarette. He comes out, and then she's like... talking about, "Oh, well, you phone in sick, you never called me, man, the past couple." And he's like, how do you think I'm going to provide for you and the kid? And then he's talking about, like, I could be a boy like me, or I could be a girl and be a hooker like you. And then she slaps him, and then, yeah, what happens here, my friend? He just absolutely fucking batters her. Like, there was no give up here. He starts punching her, then he starts grabbing her head and fucking smashing it off the metal guardrail. Brutal kill. And do you think this warrants...
I didn't think he killed her at first. I thought he's just beating the shit out of her, but it turns out she's dead. In fact, she's very dead. He walks in to the clubhouse, or whatever you want to call it.
The stripper?
Well, I'm going to call it clubhouse, fuck it.
It's not really a clubhouse, mate. It's a fucking
He pours his hand into the tank of ice, the ice tanker, I guess, to cool down a little bit, take that pain away. Then he says that Tracy had an accident outside. Everyone goes to rush and check on her, and then they can obviously determine that, wait, this is no accident.
This is a murder.
She's obviously had the shit beaten out of her, and Ralphie was the one that had the busted open hand. So Tony rushes out. He sees what's happened. He tells, I believe it's Polly, to get a blanket, obviously, to put over Tracy, and like they're making it so it's not a big deal, like, oh man, this is bad, but they're saying it's bad, but there's no real... I don't think they fucking mean it. Like, literally one of their workers has just been murdered outside, but they don't really give a shit. Tony gets a couple of punches in on Ralphie, and then Ralphie is the one that's more upset, and he's screaming that you can't do this.
I'm a made man.
Right, first of all, I thought he wasn't a made man. I thought
he's a made man, he's not captain.
Alright, well, what the fuck? Tony's the man that makes you a made man.
Yeah, I don't get this.
So
now, apparently this is in violation of Mafia Code, right? But for me, Tony's the fucking top man. So hold on, right?
Okay, wait.
Who's Ralph gonna go to?
Can Big Sal not have said? Yeah, you can't shit me. This is
No,
violation
no.
code of the Mafia.
But who's Ralph gonna go to?
To put in a complaint against Tony.
I don't get this.
I'm taking this to
Right.
the higher ups, Tony.
No, I get it, right? There's New York. I get that, right? So New York are like a step above Tony. But realistically, why the fuck would New York give two rats' asses about Ralphie getting punched by Tony? Because Ralphie brutally killed a fucking woman.
Yeah, if anything, like, would he really want to take that to New York?
Yeah.
Would the people in New York not side with Tony?
Yeah, I don't get this for Ralph. To me, that's just... I mean, right.
If Ralph gets beat up a few times, is that not him getting let off lightly?
Yeah, like, I think there should have been more. I mean, he's literally just killed a worker. Like, he's killed a way of making money. He's killed a person who makes money for Silvio.
Yeah, and Silvio needs that money.
Yeah.
He's like $3,000 in.
I don't get this, right? I don't understand Ralphie taking the high ground here of, I'm a made man. But Tony's the man.
I thought Tony had a bit more respect than that. I thought Tony... let's come... If this happened in Sons of Anarchy, I have no doubt this guy'd be dead.
Yeah. Oh, it's just...
You don't think he would?
I think he would be, probably. But, it depends. I need to see the circumstances.
Well, it's the same circumstances as this. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, Jax dropped Ima. Smashed her face in. I know he didn't kill her, but...
Oh, hold on. That was when he was going rogue. And he was fucking president.
It was season 4.
He was president.
He was season 4.
He may as well have been fucking president in season 4. Come on.
He may as well... What do you mean? Clay was fucking running the show. Dropping people.
Jax was...
No, my point is, I just feel like Ralphie coming up with the I'm a made man thing is fucking garbage. Doesn't make much sense to me.
And what was Ima though? Ima was nothing.
You know? Yeah, well, so's this Tracy person.
No, she works for Tony.
Ima works... Oh, they were in the porn business and Sons.
Aye, the porn business was doing the drain and Clay didn't like it in the first place. This would be the equivalent of... This Ralphie guy doing this is the equivalent of someone coming from, like, let's say Nevada. Someone comes from Indian Hills. It's kind of like a different charter, let's be real. And he just walks into the clubhouse and brutally kills one of Sam Crow's crew eaters.
Alright, I'll accept that a wee
You
bit.
think they give him a couple of punches and like, right, fuck off back to Nevada? Get the hell out of here?
No, because the Nevada guy would say, I'm a Pats member. You can't do this to me.
It's just fucking bullshit, like.
Right, and then it basically just ends, right, with
But
Tony...
where do you draw the line? Hold on, like, so can Ralphie go back? Can Ralphie go into the bada bang, bada boom, and just take out more? Can he just go out and execute like 3 or 4 strippers and? Oh yeah, I'm a made man, Tony. You can't do nothing to me.
No, it's
No, but where do they draw the line?
I don't know where they draw the line.
I thought
The line was already drawn.
See, the problem is, right? No, the problem about the Sopranos is everyone's fucking unlikable. I don't think no one's really got like a morale compass. No one really stands up for what's right.
Yeah.
Like, see, you can say what you want about Sons, but I feel like even the Sons members that people would say, like Tig and Clay, they've got a sense of morality where they know right from wrong, and they don't want anyone innocent. I don't recall them taking out anyone innocent.
Aye.
Whereas
There'd always be something, yeah.
Tracy is innocent here. She hasn't done anything.
No, I know, but it's just like here you feel, and then that comment for Ralph annoyed me. I just don't So does he genuinely think he can do anything then?
He must,
That's what he must think. And then like the episode essentially ends with Tony talking to Dr. Melfi with Carmela. He's like, "Aye, my friend died. Oh, you didn't know him. You didn't know him, Carm." And then we cut back to...
He was talking about Tracy, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what he was talking about, yeah. And then we cut to Bada Bing. The Georgia guy's obviously got the one eye now, and he's training the new stripper. And essentially this is like, here, she died, but no one cares because she's just a worthless fucking stripper. And that's how the episode ends. Again, it's like... I didn't really feel anything for her dying because it's not like... I don't really know how to portray it. Like, she's just, fucking a stripper. It's not like she's a caring mum of 3, stay-at-home mum that Ralph's killed.
No, she was pregnant, and she did have a kid.
Yeah, no, I just didn't really feel anything for her.
I thought Tony would have cared more. The fact that he's just wiped out and he knows that Ralphie guy knows this.
Yeah, and it's just Tony just didn't care.
Regardless of what she does for a profession, I thought Tony would have been like, and not just Tony, like Silvio, Polly, Chris. Would these guys not be like, hold on, you've just killed a pregnant woman?
Yeah, on our club
But
premises.
for some reason, a couple of punches and that's it. It's all right.
I just thought, yeah.
And then you basically got not Polly. What's his name?
Silvio.
No, the Ralphie. You basically got Ralphie, like sort of threatening Tony, saying you can't do this to me.
I know, it's a joke, guys, and I just this episode felt it was all over the fucking place, to be honest.
I'll get a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10, right? It needs to pick up. We've had a shit first half. What's the second half going to deliver? Stay tuned, but I tell you what, Tracy will not be delivering. Hee-haw. Till next time. Peace.
I still think season 1 was the best.
I agree with that. A lot of people think it's the worst, though. People think it's the greatest TV show ever, man. It's not.
True, but I think the same about Game of Thrones. People say Game of Thrones season 1's the worst, and I think it's the best.
You've got a great opinion then. Till next time. 4 out of 10. Peace.